This is the first fundraiser for the Clean Water Education Foundation, and all of the money that is generated today is going towards various initiatives, including the establishment of a scholarship which will support students who are passionate about water and the environment.
We've all heard about the water cycle, and many, ultimately kids are taught this in school. But have you ever actually thought about the municipal water cycle?
But you shower with that water, you brush your teeth with that water, and you bathe your kids with that water. So our focus is to make it as clean as possible.
What is important for an operator or someone maintaining a chemical feed system inside a water plant? And other than the pump, the next key piece of equipment is typically the pressure relief valve.
When we look at the municipal water cycle, do we actually realize that if we, let's say, work at the treatment plant, do we realize that going through the distribution, then into the collection and into the wastewater plant, and hopefully if you're drawing from the lake back to the lake and potentially back in again or a river or whatever, it's cyclical.
Inspection chambers have been around for over 40 plus years. They were the very first product that Proline Fittings made. It was made under the name of Leron Plastics back then, made by two gentlemen in their garage.
For us in aggressive chemistry, exposed metal is always a potential hazard. If anything's going to rust or corrode, it's going to be the metal components.
The issues that we often had at wastewater plants were ultimately you could tie them sometimes right back to the water treatment plant.
Loxate hypopaste, it's pretty impressive stuff. It's the only thread sealant that actually works with ferric chloride, sodium hypochlorite, alum, all of these chemicals that tend to crystallize and salt out at the threaded connections. Loxate actually prevents that from happening.
When you have extremely cold weather or extremely hot weather, that basically changes the temperature of the water, and that changes the chemicals inside the water. You will need more chemicals inside. And if you are running something to keep the temperature of the water hot or warmer or something like that, basically this is going to be fluctuating a lot. With our tanks using the insulated panels, that would lower your fluctuation of temperature.
A lot of times disciplines, especially in larger municipalities or maybe not even that large, are often segregated into their own areas. So either you just work in the water treatment plant, you only work in distribution, maybe you only work in collection or wastewater treatment.
An inspection chamber allows a reduced maintenance cost and from property owners claiming blockages. It allows for all your inspections that may be needed, visual and camera. The key item here is no need to set up time to get into the property to inspect potential blockages.
So we wanted first and foremost to increase the flow area and to make the sealing area larger.
As the diaphragm moves forward, it pushes fluid into your process, and on the return, suction stroke sucks out fluid from your tank or reservoir.
If you have a larger sealing area and a larger flow area, it helps us to prevent fouling of the valve. And when I say fouling, it means the diaphragm won't seal properly because of all of the solids that are built up.
And the sooner that we understand that one area can affect another area because they are tied in this continual loop, you can then realize that my actions actually have a direct effect over here.
A very special thank you to all of our sponsors today, including the Walkerton Clean Water Center, Fiber Technology Corporation, George Fisher Piping Systems, SPD Sales, and of course, Proline Fittings.